Hello, I'm Jane Azzopardi and this is Talking Honey Parenting. Whether you're a mum or a dad, a grandparent or a carer, there is no topic more hotly debated than raising kids. With me today are a few names and faces that you might recognise from your TV screens and sporting arenas, but when it comes to the home front, they're simply known as mum or dad. So it is a big Talking Honey welcome to mum of two and former AFLW star Moana Hope, dad of three and today Extra Host David Campbell, and mum of two and 9 honey writer Nikolina Kharoufeh. Welcome to you all. Today we talk about the taboo topic of favourites. Now, my parents always said that they didn't have a favourite child.
Wasn't like a favourite child.
Now that I have 2 children of my own though, I think that is a complete lie because I definitely have a favourite.
Wow.
It just depends on what time of day it is, who's behaving the best. If my parents though really did have a favourite, I don't know how I would feel about that because I really feel like we grew up in a place where we were all equal. So I want to ask you guys about your experiences and your experiences with your own children. And I'm going to start with you, Moana, because you are one of 14. In a household that large, do you think your parents had a favourite child?
I think they could have used one of these TV screens, that's for sure. To be honest, to be really honest, I'm definitely their favourite.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, every time I go there, I make myself her DP on her phone. And my name on her phone is favourite child, just in case any of my brothers and sisters see.
So you've made yourself the favourite.
Well, my brothers and sisters think she did it, so it's fair game. Game on. I always say to my mum, I'm your favourite, tell me, and she says, well, I'll never tell you, but that kind of means I'm the favourite. So I have to be. You
do hear of those whispered confessions, don't you? The mum sort of saying in a hospital bed, by the way, you were always my favourite. Nikolina, you've just had your second baby.
Yes.
I know when I was pregnant with my second child, I sort of just had this worry, like, how are you ever going to have the same feeling that you have for your first? Did you find that?
Where will the love come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely felt that for a little while, but I'm one of 3 and I felt like having siblings, I never felt, as you said, that I had less love at all. But I definitely felt like there was favourites at different times and I felt like it was a bit of a motivator when I was growing up. I wanted to do better at school because I wanted to come home and, show my report card or whatever it was, or a sporting achievement, and I would be the favourite that day. So I actually think it's a bit of a healthy thing, right?
Healthy competition.
Like a healthy competition.
Between the siblings.
Yeah, if my toddler misbehaves...
For mum's love and affection.
If my toddler misbehaves, well, you're not the favourite right now, so once he starts behaving, he's back to the favourite, It's like a tool.
Oh, David, you have 3 children.
Yeah.
Is Betty the favourite?
She thinks she is. All my kids think they're the favourite. That's the key. And I think what we did, and this is a sporting analogy, which Lisa and I have always done, is at the end of a day, we'll sit there and say, who's the MVP of the day? Who is the one that performed the best on the day? And we don't tell them, but in our hearts we go, well, Betty had a bad day and Billy had a great day, or vice versa, or Leo had a good day and the twins are terrible. And so, but because that's the thing. But there is no... we're all full of love, and we should all have so much love for everybody around us, all of our kids and people around us apart from that. So I think
that every day?
Every day.
How do you find the time?
It's a 5-minute and then go to sleep.
Okay.
Who is your MVP? Yeah, me too. Good night. Don't talk to me.
Well, I'm finding I'm actually using it as a bit of a parenting tool at the moment because with my 2 boys, the youngest has started biting when he's not getting his own way. And I have been told that if you then, get cranky with them for biting, they use that as taking your attention.
Is he biting other children or biting himself?
Biting his brother.
Okay.
Biting his brother. And it encourages the behaviour. So I've started... If he bites his older brother, I give all my love and affection to the older child in the hope that it's then going to stop biting.
Is that biting child.
Is that okay, showing a favourite in that way?
It's a tool, We can just use it as a bit of healthy competition and a bit of discipline. Like, you're not the favourite at the moment, stop biting.
Yeah.
And then they'll stop
biting.
biting.
It's all like guilt and everything like that. It's all part of just societal...
I feel a bit bad doing it, but I've got to stop the biting.
You do.
Got to, right? Before he goes to daycare. Okay, right. Now,
he'll stop at daycare no matter what. Some other kid will tell him straight.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, before the child at daycare bites him back.
Yeah.
All right. Now, one study I read recently said that 74% of mothers and 70% of fathers have exhibited preferential treatment towards one child, but only 10% of them actually admit they've done it. And then they experience these intense feelings of guilt afterwards. Moana, do you think you should be ashamed if you prefer one child over another?
No, I don't think so, to be fair. But like, personally, so my experience is like I've birthed one child and my wife has birthed another child. And the child that my wife birthed, Sphere, I'm so in love with her. She's my little best friend. I can't love anyone any more than I love her. And my son, because I birthed him, it's a different kind of love. And it's not that I favourite that love, it's just that I have a different kind of bond. So it's a different love. It's not one more than the other, but it's different for me. And so I don't feel guilty about that because I love them. And as long as your child is loved, I think that's the most important thing, regardless of, it's not like you're saying I love you, but I love you less. It's just that I connect with you more and I love you more. And I think that's okay.
And I mean, that's a different situation to what I have with my two boys. Do you think you have to be more conscious of that so that your children don't feel that one is preferred over the other?
I think personally all I try to do is just give them equal love. That's it. You know, I just love them both, hug them both. I don't hug one or the other one. I try to hug them both at the same time, kiss them both, give them both the same amount of time and just show them that they're equal in that way. That's the best way I think I can parent myself and hope that they feel that.
But that's right, love is a spectrum, right?
Yeah.
And we can all love in abundance on different spectrums and different levels, but they're still brother and sister, so they're going to have the same love anyway. I have half brothers and sisters and I'm so close to them. We never call each other halves, you know, but I also know that my stepmother really, really loved me growing up, even though I came into her life as a 10-year-old kid about to hit hormones, and she still showed undying, compassionate love for me, you know, and I still feel that to that day. So exactly right. It's all just about how we process it and how we give it onto the kids.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the sibling experience, David, there was another study that said most siblings felt that there was a favourite child, but they usually picked the wrong sibling.
Sure.
Do you think for parents their favourite does change with time?
I honestly think it just cycles through. And it's about the behaviour that the child goes through. I mean, I'm about to have a teenage child soon, so I'm sure that child's not going to be my favourite child for a while, and vice versa. You know, it'll all cycle through, and then they'll come through it, and I'll have another teenager. But I think it's just about different levels and different emotions at different times, Nikolina.
And do you know what I love is that this honesty, because I feel like there's a bit of a shame in just being honest about your feelings. We're parents, but we're human. So if I say I'm angry at my child or my child's annoying me today, I'm just being honest, right? I can't be shameful for saying that out loud because it's just how I feel. I love you, but you're really annoying in this moment, right?
That sounds like what my brain says every day. Thank you all. Well, it seems that when it comes to parenting, everyone is different and there's nothing wrong with that. Thank you to David, Nikolina and Moana. And if you want more on babies, teens and everything in between, head to 9honey.com.au.